And now, 6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter.
With Christmas less than a week away, a lot of our high school basketball teams were hoping to head into the holiday on a high note. Thanks for tuning in to the final Dean Trailways 5th quarter of 2024. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Tyler Driesinga, in for Haley Schoengart, who's off for the holidays. Tonight, our big game featured a rematch of a district championship game from last season, Lansing-Sexton at Charlotte. The J-Dubs beat the Orioles twice last regular season, but the Orioles prevailed in that district title game. Tonight, another close clash between the conference rivals. Second quarter, Evan Koloski attacks the rim and gets the bucket and the foul. Orioles up by 6. Later in the quarter, Sexton answers. Marquise Murray knocks down a 3. J-Dubs down just 5. Final 10 seconds of the first half, Sexton rushes it up the court and finds Kevon Brown for the corner 3 to tie the game at 27 at the break. Sexton's Keyshawn Somerville was back tonight after missing a few weeks with an injury. Here he is knocking down a deep 3 to put the J-Dubs up 5 late in the third quarter. Then in the fourth, Orioles not going away. Koloski throws a perfect pass to Mason Hudson. Hudson led the Orioles with 16 points in this one. Under 2.5 minutes left. Sexton up 9. Charlotte's Peyton Caswell lines up a 3. It's back to a 2-possession game. But good passing from Sexton leads to a dunk for Corey Jackson here. Sexton holds off Charlotte 61-51 in a game Coach Deleon Deering knew would be charged up after their meetings last season.
What happened last year, I knew the intensity was going to be high, adrenaline was going to be high, but the boys finished through, they competed, we picked up at the end. I'm happy we got the win, but like I said, coming into this place, records don't mean nothing because they're going to compete against each other at all times.
They came out high, and we just had to fire back at them, and we did. And I feel like we executed a lot in the second half, and we came together as a team, and we didn't let the crowd get to us as much in the second half. And yeah, Charlotte just have a really good crowd, really good fans for sure. So the crowd could really change the game, but I feel like our team, we were more disciplined today, and we came prepared.
Staying in the CAAC white, the Cougars of Lansing Catholic made the trip to Eaton Rapids to take on the Greyhounds. Eaton Rapids tried to drive it inside, but then decided it's best to attempt the 3-ball, and it's Aiden Atkins delivering with the triple. A little bit later, Lucas Payne is going to come up with the steal for Lansing Catholic and take it coast to coast for the easy bucket and the foul. Eaton Rapids responded, though, with James O'Connor breaking out the hop, skip, and a do.
There we go.
But it wouldn't be enough. Lansing Catholic was all gas and no breaks in this one. Leland Van Alstyne finds a lane, takes it to the hoop for the bucket. Lansing Catholic rolls to a victory tonight, 82-45 over Eaton Rapids.
In Olivet, the Eagles hosting Scott Swinehart and the Ionia Bulldogs. First quarter, Olivet's Jace Kennedy goes to work on the offensive glass and puts it back up and in. But it was Ionia opening a big early lead. Spencer Tucker almost loses the ball, but is able to flip it out to Henry Castle for a 3. Bulldogs up 14-4. Next Ionia possession. Colt Piercefield spins and drives to the rim, getting the bucket and the foul. He came down hard, but would shake it off and would stay in the game. Second quarter, more of the same from the Bulldogs. Jackson Palmer kicks it to Castle for another triple try, and he drills it. Ionia picks up a nice road win, 55-35, the final.
Well, in the CAAC Red, Mason has started conference play 2-0, but was looking to bounce back tonight against St. John's.
Yeah, the Bulldogs suffered their first loss of the season on Wednesday with a 52-48 loss at DeWitt. For more on the Bulldogs, we bring in our Desharian McBroom.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are back on the road in a matchup between St. John's, but both of these programs are undefeated in the CAAC Red this season. But after tonight, one of those teams was going to go home with their first conference loss of the season. St. John's taking on Mason. Both teams looking for a bounce-back win in this one, third quarter. Mason looking to add to their lead, kicking it around to Ryan Greathouse, who's going to spot up in the corner, and he buries the 3. Mason up 11. St. John's looking to respond, and Hunter Kinkema provides the 3 of his own. both showing a little hustle on this next play, laying it all out on the floor. Bulldogs secure control, and Mason Dowdy gets the foul and the bucket. Mason up 20. Connor Kearns calls his own number, driving to the lane, absorbs the contact, gets the bucket and the foul of his own, and later, Kason Carswell in the post going to work. Spin cycle on that defender right there. Mason cruises to the win 64-45. After the game, Coach Lee Chaney discussed the win.
You know, the hard thing is this is our 4th game in 7 days, and 3 of them have been on the road. So I just told him before tonight, you know, we're finally going to get a little break, so give me everything you have tonight. We got a little bit of downtime before our next game, so I don't think it was hard to get. I think we were humbled. I think we were embarrassed. We got punched in the mouth, and you know, I told him we're going to find out how we respond to that, and we did a nice job of doing that tonight.
Now to the girls' game. Mason girls going for the sweep as they take on St. John's as well. First quarter fast break for St. John's, and Joyce Katowitz takes it herself and gets the layup to go over that good defense to give the Red Wings the early lead. St. John's going baseline, and they're going to get the pass over to Rachel Jackson, who spots up and buries the triple. Mason, though, looking for their first bucket of the game. Ava Ruster gets the handoff, drives in, gets the floater off the glass to go. Textbook right there for the Bulldogs. And off the inbound, Peyton Chant gets a high pass. She will not be stopped as she gets the layup to go for St. John's. They're looking to attack again, but a missed pass leads to a fast break for St. John's. They're off to the races. Josie Later gives it up to Ruster, who gets the layup to go. Mason down early and makes a great comeback, but St. John's escapes with a win 45-42, guys.
All right, thank you to Sherry. Well, it's time for our first break of the night. When we come back, we're going to check in on the CMAC.
Yeah, the Fowler boys were looking to bounce back after falling to rival Pewamo, Westphalia on Wednesday. We'll have a check-in on the Eagles after the break.
Plus, the Lansing Christian girls were looking to improve to 5-0. That's all next on the Dean Trailways 5th quarter.
The Dean Trailways 5th quarter is sponsored by Dean Trailways of Michigan.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
As a child, I had multiple ear infections, which resulted in decreased hearing and speech delays. Thanks to my mom's persistence, I saw an audiologist who helped. Now I get to improve hearing and change lives.
Hearing starts here at Advanced Audiology.
Too much online betting? So what? We need to pay rent, buy books, blah, blah, blah. This isn't gonna end well.
Don't regret the bet. For tips that can help, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
Welcome to our full lineup of Ford SUVs. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E, Expedition, and Explorer. And when you have available Ford Blue Cruise enabled, you can take your hands off the wheel when you're on a highway and just cruise. And the hats are fun.
The hats are fun.
This holiday season, AZ Plan lessees get an Explorer for $399 a month when trading in a vehicle. Only at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer.
Good helps keep people safe. Good cares for people, feeds people, and keeps things running. We're MDOC, and Good works here. Come join us. Go to michigan.gov/MDOC jobs to learn more.
For those ready to answer adventure's highest calling, we've built our most capable Subaru yet. Sure-footed, symmetrical, all-wheel drive. 9.5 inches of ground clearance. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Adventure elevated.
Join Williams Subaru for the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event, now through January 2nd, 2025.
Did you have trouble reading? Well, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Jerry Hodak, here to tell you about The Reading People, a Lansing area volunteer group that will teach you to read for free. Find out more by calling 517-485-4949.
Welcome back to the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. The Pewamo Westphalia boys improved to 6-0 this season after a 58-9 win at home over Dansville tonight.
Yeah, and right behind the Pirates in the CMAC standings is their rival Fowler, who is looking to bounce back tonight after a loss to Pewamo Westphalia on Wednesday. The Eagles on the road in Viking territory, taking on Potterville this evening. First half, Alex Hoffman dribbles over, hands it off to Asher Kenishnecht, who drops in the floater for Fowler. Coming back the other way, Potterville's Drew Morales drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Jacob Bishop for a 3-ball. He's got it. Vikings cut into the lead. Late in the second quarter now, Hoffman in the post. He's going to find Isaac Thalen behind the arc, and he knocks in a triple try. And Fowler wasn't done there. Eagles running the fast break. Jacob Hoffman throws it ahead to Aaron Simon. One dribble, and he's at the rim for 2 more. The Eagles bounce back in a big way, defeating Potterville 61-21.
On the girls' side of the CMAC, Langsburg, who is now led by former Langsburg boys basketball coach Daniel Morrill, traveled to take on unbeaten Lansing Christian. This game was tied at halftime, so picking things up in the third quarter, Lillianne Morrill makes a nice move near the basket and converts to give the Wolfpack the lead. A little bit later, Morrill's going to pick up the loose ball and bank it off the window to help Langsburg start the third quarter on a 9-0 run. Lansing Christian would end that run thanks to standout senior Lydia Brogan getting past the defender for the tough bucket, but Langsburg would get the upper hand thanks to second chance efforts like this. Mallory Woodbury gets the rebound in the bucket as Langsburg wins 36-32 over Lansing Christian. In the CAAC Blue, East Lansing, who came in 2-0 in conference play, played host to Waverly, who was after its 4th win of the season. In the first quarter, the Trojans are going to work it down low to 6-foot freshman Nia Wright, and she's able to increase the EL lead. Waverly would have a response, though, on the other end. The pass goes to Ladrea Worthy in the corner, and she connects on the triple. Things were close for much of the first half. Then East Lansing found some serious momentum. Off the pick and roll, sophomore Sydney Hudson scores. And as Hudson is making her way back on defense, the Trojans force another turnover. And Anaya Mendenhall is going to pull out the high arcing shot off the backboard. And at her head coach, Tori Brooks, fired up as East Lansing goes on to win this game 61-47, improving to 4-2 this season.
In Grand Ledge, we've got a Christmas sweater-style T-shirt for Coach Ara Parsegian. It's a fashion statement, but maybe it's a lucky shirt going forward because the Comets were seeking their first win, and this layup from Jenna Catola put them up 10 in the 4th. Okemos trying to claw back. Nora Grenke lines up a 3 from the left wing. It's a 7-point game. With under 4 minutes to play, Grand Ledge's Avi Skinner gets into the paint and drops in the floater. Then a great bounce pass from Lexi Raska. Going to set up 2 more for Catola. The Comets earn their first win, 41-26. Keep the sweater T-shirt, Coach. It's a winner.
And it's time for our final break of the night. And with Michigan State men's basketball back in action tomorrow, we'll get you ready for their matchup against FAU as they look for their 5th win in a row. And Michigan State women's basketball looking to keep their undefeated season intact against the Crimson Tide. Highlights when we come back.
Whether it's sunny, snowy, or everything in between, the Storm Tracker 6 weather app has you covered. Download it today.
It's time for the season's best sales event happening right now at Young Cadillac in Owasso, where you can drive this Cadillac XT5 starting out at just $386 a month. Come see us today or check them all out at youngcadillacowasso.com.
Amazing. Merry Christmas.
It's in you.
We'd love to give you a little reward.
This is reward enough.
I missed you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, Michigan, let's go big. I'm talking big-time action and real big-time winning on the hottest slots and table games on one incredible app. From the legendary Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Sign up now and get up to $1,500. That's right. We'll match your deposit for up to $1,500, and you'll get 100 free spins. Eagle Casino and Sports.
Made in Michigan, made for Michigan.
The quickest way to get even the grumpiest into the holiday spirit is at Nightlights, Michigan's largest animated Christmas light display. Nightlights has turned Michigan International Speedway into a 5-mile dazzling spectacle of lights, all enjoyed from the comfort of your vehicle, while your radio is tuned to our station playing all the Christmas standards. Get your tickets in advance at nightlightshow.com, including for riding on the Nightlight Express. Nightlights, where everything and everyone brightens up the holiday season.
News Nation special. Tomorrow, the drones over New Jersey continue. Mysterious sightings for more than a month with little action taken.
Objects that frankly defy explanation.
Ross Coulthard with the latest developments. Tomorrow on News Nation.
This drone madness, there's no reason for people to be panicked about it except because you won't tell them the truth.
There's one over my shoulder right there.
What the hell is it? Keep on watching, because News Nation's going to take you there.
It's time for the season's best sales event happening right now at Young Cadillac in Owasso, where this Cadillac XT6 courtesy vehicle you can drive for as little as $388 a month. Come see us at Young Cadillac today.
Welcome back. It's been a fantastic start to the season for the Michigan State women's basketball team, who improved to 11-0 with a win over Montana yesterday.
This afternoon, the Spartans were playing in their final game of the West Palm Beach Classic. They took on Alabama, who's ranked 24th in this week's coaches poll.
And it would be the Crimson Tide winning 82-67, handing the 15th ranked Spartans their first loss of the season. Alabama led by 2 at halftime and then outscored MSU by 20 points in the third quarter to pull away and improve to 11-1. The Spartans had 3 players score in double figures, with Julia Aralt leading the way with 18 points. This was MSU's final non-conference game of the season, and they will resume Big Ten play at Maryland on Sunday, December 29th.
As for MSU men's basketball, they'll be back at the Breslin Center tomorrow afternoon, looking for their 5th straight win. The Spartans host Florida Atlantic at 2 p.m. MSU has been clicking on all cylinders since returning from the Maui Invitational, and while it's easy to like what we can easily see watching the game, it's some of the stuff behind the scenes that's really impressed Coach Tom Izzo.
You know, one thing I did like about this team, we went over some of them yesterday, some of them today, and they're responsible for their mistakes now. You know, they realize that we're all in this together, and early on it was don't admit any mistakes, because that's the way everybody's raised nowadays. You know, you're not allowed to say I screwed up. And I think this team realizes, no, it doesn't matter. Do I get better?
Staying on campus, it was announced today that gymnastics meet between Michigan State and Michigan on Friday, January 17th is going to be held at the Breslin Center. It'll be the first time ever MSU holds a gymnastics meet at the Breslin. The Spartans are the reigning Big Ten champs and were picked in the Women's Collegiate Gymnastics Association preseason poll to win the conference title once again this season. Well, the Detroit Lions are taking on the Chicago Bears this Sunday. Running back David Montgomery has been ruled out with a knee injury, but there's now hope he could be back this season.
Yeah, originally Montgomery was going to have season-ending surgery on an MCL injury, but now it sounds like he could be back for the postseason.
Optimistic with a couple of doctors that he saw, the last 2, and you know, so I think we may see where this thing goes. We still got a decision to make, because even if that is the case, you know, it's a matter, do you put him on IR? Do you see, you know, how fast he can come back from it, all that, but it certainly sounds more optimistic.
And that would certainly be huge for them. Another big thing, though, taking place, right, Tyler?
Yeah, tomorrow, Ferris State football is playing in the Division II National Championship against Valdosta State. 3rd time in 4 years Ferris State has been in the national title. couple of their players from this area, Mason's Caleb Parrish, and one of their best defensive players, linebacker Connor Neer, is a St. John's alum.
There
So
you
best
go.
of luck to the Bulldogs tomorrow afternoon.
You had a chance to cover one of those national championships,
Both
right?
of them. Two.
Oh, two.
Yeah, the last two that they won in 21 and 22, and then they lost last year. Here they are, back again.
You were their good luck charm. How about that?
Yeah,
He's
well,
the insider.
They're going to need a new one tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that'll be it for this week's show. We won't have a fifth quarter next week, so we'll see you in 2025.